Hi everyone, it's Carissa. In this video I wanted to show you how to work the sewn bind off on a knitting project. This is my enamored cowl that will be released shortly, and I started this cowl with a long tail cast on. So I used the sewn bind off here at the top because it does a really good job of mirroring that cast on and gives you a nice consistent finish on each edge. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Okay, I have finished the knitting on my little sample here and I'm ready to bind off. And as the name implies, this is a sewn bind off, so you will need a tapestry needle, also known as a darning needle or a yarn needle. And I've cut my tail here about 4 times the circumference of my piece. You could probably get away with 3 times, but I like to play it safe. And what I'm going to do is fold my yarn over in half, and that makes it a little easier to get through the eye of the needle. I'm going to pull a decent bit through there. And now to work my sewn bind off, I'm going to go through the first 2 stitches on my left hand needle as if to purl. So I'm going to go through with the darning needle, I'm going to go through from right to left through the first 2 stitches as if I were purling. I'm going to pull all of that yarn all the way through. And then I'm going to go through the first stitch again as if to knit, so from left to right. I'm going to go through that stitch as if to knit, pull that yarn all the way through. And if you're working on a flat piece that's worked back and forth in rows, you would simply drop this first stitch off the needle now. Because I'm working in rounds, for this very first stitch, I'm actually going to just slip that to the right hand needle, so it's going to become the last stitch that I bind off as well. Doing that is going to help smooth out that jog where the beginning meets the end. So now I'm going to repeat that process. Now I have the next 2 stitches on my needle. I'm going to go through those 2 stitches purlwise and pull my yarn all the way through. And you want to pull it through fairly snug, but not too tight. And then I'm going to go through the first stitch again as if to knit. And pull the yarn all the way through. And now I am going to drop that first stitch off the left hand needle. I'm going to repeat that process. So go through the next 2 stitches purlwise and pull through. And then through the first stitch knitwise again and pull through and drop that first stitch off the left needle. Through 2 stitches purlwise and then through the first stitch again knitwise and drop it off. And there I have bound off the first 3 or 4 stitches now, and you can see that it looks fairly similar to the long tail cast on down here at the bottom. So you'll just repeat that process all the way around through 2 purlwise, through 1 knitwise, and off over and over and over again until all of your stitches have been bound off